G'day guys, this is Captain Noob and this is part 3 of my MP40 weapon showcase. So right now we've got the MP40 Experimental, which looks a lot like a Villa Perosa from Battlefield 1 if you're familiar with that. Getting into the attachments now, we can choose between standard or drum mags. We'll go for the drum mags for ammo capacity, and plus this thing looks pretty priceless with all the drum mags on top. It looks kind of cool. For the barrels we can choose between standard or hardened. Hardened does more damage, we'll definitely pick that. No grips to choose from, so the standard we shall have it. And for the receivers, we'll definitely go for the powerful one because we're going to want that extra damage. Now, the thing about this one, you can actually attach a suppressor onto it too, which attaches 2 suppressors, which is nice. One for each barrel because, as I mentioned, this thing is actually double barreled. And for the foregrip, we don't get to choose a choice between that, and also we get a legendary slot, but I don't think we will need that. So let's go ahead and try out our experimental MP40 in Gunner's Plaza, shall we? Okay, here we are in Gunner's Plaza once again with our MP40 Experimental, and as you can see, this is the most goofy weapon I've ever used. So we'll go ahead and start shooting these gunners, and you can actually experience how bloody powerful this thing is. So since this thing is shooting out of 2 barrels, its rate of fire is going to be quite exceptional. So we'll have no trouble cutting down any of these gunners that are in here. And once we get into the reload animation, you can see that this thing is rather special in that sort of thing. We'll just go ahead and shoot that turret ahead of time, and here we are for the reload animation. So you take the 2 mags out, replace the 2 mags in, and then you pull the bolt on each side, which is really cool. It's definitely reminiscent of the Villa Perosa from Battlefield 1. Only this one you actually get a drum mag to do, so you won't have to reload quite as often, which is a pretty good deal. So you'll be firing twice the amount of bullets, but I suppose going from how many rounds you've actually got, 128. So, yep, you're shooting about the same rounds as you usually would. I'm pretty sure the projectile node for this weapon would be in the middle of these 2 barrels because it is quite accurate. And one thing about it is you can't actually aim down sights, so you can't actually look sort of down the center of the 2 barrels to get a little bit of a clearer picture of where your bullets are going to land. So, yeah, this thing would be a pain in the ass to aim. So there's a gunner with a New Vegas looking sniper rifle there, and we'll go ahead and reload. Now one thing about this reload is that if you decide to, wow, you're hitting me hard. And the one thing about this reload is that if you do it in third person, it'd just be a standard combat rifle reload and everything doesn't line up quite properly. So if you want to use this weapon and still be immersed, definitely first person is your way to go. But we'll go ahead and switch to third person and see what this bad boy can do as soon as we come around the corner here. And there we go, you can actually sort of aim down sights with this thing once you're in third person here, which is nice. Get a clearer picture of where your sights are going to land, and there you have it. That's all the gunners that are living in Gunner's Plaza dead. We'll go ahead and finish off this turret. And as you can tell from that, this thing is going to be very powerful against mobs. Very cool weapon to use with its reload animation. It's 2 barrels, very unique indeed. Let's move on to Swan and see how fast this thing can cut him down. Alright, let's use our experimental MP40 to kill him nice and quickly. Let's see how we do. There we go, getting into him quite nicely. Now that the sneak attacks are rolling in, you can see how much damage we are doing. Kind of like a furious weapon, so I'm pretty sure he's detected us at this point. We'll go ahead and just shoot him normally. You can still see that the damage there, while we're firing in tiny short bursts, we're doing quite a lot of damage to him. So we'll go ahead and try to get away with him through sneaking again and see what we can do. Back into caution again, which means he doesn't know exactly where we are. He'll likely run around to this side and we can get him as he's going around. Yep, AI is predictable as clockwork. We'll go ahead and sneak attack crit him to death now that we're back into caution, and the game will allow us to do that. And, ooh, almost dead. As soon as I get this reload done, you're dead, Swan. And look at him standing there. I think he's given up. I would give up too. This thing's a mean weapon. Alrighty, that's about it for the MP40 mod, and yeah, about it for the experimental too. So, if you like this weapon and would like to see it in your game, be sure to check out the links in the description. It shall be there. And if you want to see the other MP40s in action, be sure to head down to the description and I'll place them there too. So if you've gone ahead and watched all these episodes, let me know which one you think is the best. And that was an interesting move there with the leg. And thank you for watching, guys.